I'm sure you make documents for your students. When you do, you should use headings within the document. That makes it more accessible for your students and easier for you and your students to find what you need. In this video, you will learn how to add headings to your document, how to change the appearance of headings, and how to use the headings to make a table of contents. All right, be sure and watch until the end of the video because I will be providing some additional tips for how to improve the accessibility of your class materials for your students. Come on, let's go take a look at the document right now. We're going to open a Google Doc. And from here, I'm just going to give it a name, and then I'm going to enter some text so we have something to work with. Okay, now that we have some text, I'm going to show you how to get started with using the title features and the heading features to make your documents more accessible or just to provide an easy way for you to navigate through your document. Let's start here with the title. When I select the title and I highlight it, I can come here to normal text, and when I open that drop down, I can select title. I could also scroll over and click apply title, but if I just click title, it's going to turn it into that formatting for title. I can do the same if I have main topic 1. That would be my heading 1 level. The important thing to notice here is that these are really huge. The title is 26 point font and the main topic is 20. And I don't necessarily want my titles to be that size. I can adjust this. Let's make our title a 16 and in bold. And let's say we always want our title to be centered. Now, if I were to click title, it's going to go back to the way it was. So I'm going to drop down this menu and hover over the word title. And then from there, click update title to match. And now anytime I add a new title, let's suppose I'm starting, let's just insert a page break here. And if I wanted to add a title here, I'm going to click on title. And then here is a new title. And you'll see that it matches the formatting that we gave it previously. So it's 16, it's bold, and it's centered. Now, let's do the same for our heading 1 level. You'll see it already has some space above and below, which is absolutely fine, but I don't necessarily want it to be 20. Let's just make it 14. And I always want that to be bold. So when I do that, again, I'm going to click on heading 1, and then I'm going to hover here over heading 1 and click update heading to match. And when I do that, it automatically sets it. I'm just going to apply heading 1 and apply heading 1. Now, these are subheadings where it says subheading for topic 2 and subheading for topic 2. I'm going to go ahead and select heading 2 for those topics, but I don't really like what they look like. So I'm going to make those a 12. I always want them to be italics and I want them to be bold. Now, you can see that I've only changed the one heading in my document. Only this one is bold italics and a size 12. The other one is still a 16 and not bold and not italics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the one again that I've updated to be bold italics and size 12. And again, where it says heading 2, click that, arrow down, and then hover over to update heading 2 to match. And when I click this, you will notice that the other subheading for topic 2 is going to update to look exactly like the one I just created. Now, both of those subheadings look exactly the same. You may be wondering, what's the purpose of doing this? Well, it is more accessible, but here in Google Docs, you also have this option. If I click this, it's going to show me my document outline. So if I click the title, it's going to take me here to this main title, and here's the new title. And when I click that, it's going to drop me all the way down to that place in the document. The same as if I click main topic 2, it'll take me there, or subheading for topic 2, it'll take me right to that place in my document, which can be really helpful when you're editing your documents. It can also be helpful for your students when they're trying to look through documents and find information. Some people don't realize that this is an option on the side. Another nice thing you can do is click Insert, and we want Table of Contents. It's all the way down at the bottom of that list, and you can choose. You just click on it, and then when you click in the table of contents and you click on the blue link, yours might show up a different color, it'll take you right to that place in the document. Just like if I chose subheading for topic 3, it is going to move my cursor. It's hard to see because it's all on one page there. That is how that works. It doesn't include a title more than once because it's assuming you're only going to have one title per document. So that's why you're not seeing that there. Another way you can do this is to, again, insert and then table of contents, and the one that has the blue what looks like links. And when you do that, it will also take you directly to that page in the document. It'll put your cursor right there in the document. So you can use these table of contents at the top of the document to help your students know how to navigate. I like to do that on my syllabus or in weekly lesson guides if I give them to them in Google Docs, because it helps students understand what they're looking at and where the information is coming from. Okay, so let's jump over to Microsoft Word, open a new document there, and do the same thing. I'm just going to put some text in so that we have what we need. I have the information set up just as before. I'm going to highlight title, and in this case, the styling pane is here in a ribbon across the top of the screen. For the title, I'm going to scroll through this ribbon and find the one that says title. When I click the title, we see that it updated the size to 28 and so forth. So again, I want this bold and centered, and how about we do 16 instead of 28? And then in this case, just hovering just tells me that it's the title. In this menu bar, I'm going to right click and click Update Title to match selection, because that makes it look like how I've just adjusted it. Now, for the topic for heading 1, so this would be a heading level 1. And let's see, here's my heading for topic 2, which is also a heading level 1. And then I have some subheadings here, so which would be heading 2. And you see in this document, the presets are for some colorful arrays. I don't want the color in my document, so I am going to, first of all, change the text color to black, and I'm just focused on heading 1 at the moment. I want it to be black, and I'm going to put it at 14 and bold. And then again, in my heading selection bar, I'm going to right click and update heading 1 to match selection. And then my other heading, level 1, is also going to change. Again, for subheading for topic 2, let's say I want black text, I want bold and italics, and I want this to be in size 12. And then I'm going to, again, update heading 2 to match selection, and it's going to fix all of those headings to be just what I want them to be. You can also add a table of contents into a Microsoft Word document. Do that by going to the Insert menu and then Index and Tables, and then move over to Table of Contents, and you can pick whichever style you like. Let's just do fancy for today. This makes it so it will jump straight to that section of the paper where you have it. So another easy way for students to navigate if you use Microsoft Word instead of Google Docs for your documents. I hope that's helpful. I've included a link below in the description to both documents so you can play around with the heading features. Using headings is one quick to implement strategy you can use to increase accessibility in your courses. Learn more about accessibility in an interview I did with Dominique Dunlap, a digital accessibility consultant and trainer. Click the link above.